Pretty good.
Very good. Homeowners, traveling, we've been great. We've been great.
Well, we do a lot of traveling. So I think the first one was actually taking ourselves on well, we like to say a proper honeymoon. So we went to Mexico, stayed at a really nice resort. We've traveled to Japan, Colombia, and then all of a sudden we were like, okay, we need to get serious about getting a house. So we just got one in September. Um, just really laid down our roots here in Portland.
Yeah. I mean, like not just the main US version, at least for me. Like there's so many versions of it going on right now, I can't keep up. But when it comes to the US version, yes, I keep up.
I've tuned into like Brazil and the UK. I talked to a few of the girls out there. So yeah, I try to keep up as much as I can. I feel like it has the same format. Yeah, I feel like it is the same. We definitely have some friends from our season, and I connect with a few people from the Houston season, a few of the girls from UK, and the ones from Brazil. We stay in touch just through social media a lot.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. Me, Marshall, Kwame, we just went to like Complex Con a few months ago. And I've spoken to some of the other guys from some of the other seasons as well, kind of sporadically through the socials and whatnot. But yeah, try to stay up with as many people as we can. But life does get busy at times. What drew me? Wow, this is over 2 years ago at this point. Wow,
yeah,
just thinking about where I was. It was at the time I was very single and the show was very new at that time. I think only the first season had aired. And it was kind of like, hey, I'm in a position where I could do this, and how many people get the opportunity to find love in such a unique way, and had nothing to lose. So was honored that they wanted me to, come on the show, and look at us now.
yeah. I would say the same with me. I'd been living in Seattle for about 8 years. I'm like, I'm at that point where I really, really want to settle down and find someone. And I hadn't been dating. I mean, I was dating, but I hadn't found anyone at that time. And I was like, you know what? Let me just throw all my cards out there. Let's just see what happens. And yeah, I was lucky enough to find my person on the show.
I wouldn't say. I mean, walked away married, 2 years, homeowners. I mean, in my mind, we played it right. So yeah, I can't think there's anything that I would do differently.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything differently.
More travel. We've been talking about a few international trips that we want to do. The big thing for us last year was definitely buying the house. So, now that that's done, we still got some furnishing to do, maybe some home improvement projects. We got a whole backyard that,
I know.
we may or may not get to this year. But really just, yeah, more traveling, getting more settled in the house. Did I miss anything?
I can't think of anything else, but I have been asking for a
I knew
puppy.
he was going to say that. I remember to say that. And we went back and forth a little bit on what kind of dog, I'm team German Shepherd, your team.
I love Rottweilers. Yeah. And he also loves corgis.
But I would never get a corgi. Corgis are just like I don't use the word cute a lot, but corgis are the cutest animals.
I'm grateful.
Mhm.
I don't know. I wouldn't say lucky because that was just us. I'm just glad that our story and resonated and people found a little bit of something in us within them. And yeah, it feels good to still be talked about to this day as, a success story.
Yeah, I echo that. I mean, honored, fortunate, not, nothing is a given, finding love and getting married isn't a given. And kind of having people be supportive of your relationship also isn't a given as well.
Yeah.
So I'd say just, I don't know, fortunate.
We talked about like more competition shows.
Yeah.
I think that will be fun. I think we're both like competitors at heart. So I don't know, like what would be a competition show for
Yeah.
you?
Like I would, if it was some sort of competition show, like I don't know, like not like a, like Family Feud, okay. If Netflix made a competition show, amongst reality TV people, I would be all for that. If it's something that's like centered on like relationships and us and kind of, drama, like I don't know if I got the energy for that, but a competition, I'm all for it. One of the questions that people ask me the most is like, is it real? And I'm like, they're always surprised when I say that, yes, like we're not actors. We weren't told what to say. We weren't told what to do. I think that, yeah, there's a little bit of doubt from some people who watch the show. So I don't know if it would be a surprise, but like it's real. Everything that happens is real.
I don't know. I feel like we are now 5 years in to seeing Love is Blind, but now
Wow.
season eight,
8.
season eight about to come out. So I don't know if there's too many surprises other than, what you've been seeing on the seasons. Um, no, the process is all still the same. But yeah, everything is real, very much unscripted. It's just kind of like go, just be on camera, and hopefully you find love.
I'm not a big rom-com person, so Tiffany can take this one.
Oh my, oh my gosh. I used to love My Best Friend's Wedding. Remember what, like Cameron Diaz and Julia Roberts? Am I thinking about that one? So I would say that's like a throwback favorite. I'm really bad at these like on the spot questions. I'm like, oh, what do I like?
The first thing that pops into my mind, like, I mean, Tiffany can, say whether it was romantic or not, but I think the first trip that we did before the show aired was, and Tiffany mentioned earlier that we went to Mexico, we went to Cabo, and I had arranged like a dinner on the beach. There was like roses and a heart and kind of like a rose petal, like kind of little walkway. We had like a private chef, and it was just beautiful. Like the weather was beautiful. And I didn't tell her what we were walking out there for. I just told her, just kind of dress nice and everything. But again, that's what I think. She was the person that it was for, so she may think differently. But yeah.
I would say that was up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to think I do a lot of romantic things, but what would you say? I want to hear from you, Brett. What made you feel extra special?
You were about to say something.
No, it wasn't romantic. It was just something.
Well, when you said special, I mean, I don't know if it would fall under the romantic umbrella, but Tiffany did an amazing job this past year for my birthday. Like she invited a lot of friends. It was like this 007 theme. We had a red carpet. She printed out like pictures of me with like the 007 logo. Again, it may not be, fall under the romantic standpoint, but definitely a thing that made me feel like really special and, loved. So thank you.
You're welcome. There's a few things. I would say I absolutely love the way like Brett thinks. He's a very deep thinker, intentional listener, intentional speaker. So yeah, I just love it. I know it sounds weird, but I just love the way his mind works, and he's so creative, and just seeing just hearing him talk, and seeing like some of the things that he puts together, whether it's at work or when it comes to like content creation, I'm just always in awe. So that actually makes me like swoon, because I forgot the exact term for it, but I just love people's minds and how they are the way they are.
You love my mind.
I love your mind. I'm like envious. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the way you think. Tell me more.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
So what makes you swim, babe?
Uh, Let me see. I don't know if it's like a too simple of an answer, but like Tiffany's personality, like Tiffany's personality, I think is just so infectious. Like even right now, like she's like I'm looking at her through the Zoom camera. Got this big, beautiful smile. She's always singing around the house. She's always just very like bubbly and kind of like way more outgoing than I am. So like her energy kind of rubs off on me. And like I love sometimes like I'll come home. Like I wouldn't say I like to sneak up on her, but sometimes I'll come home and she doesn't know that I'm home. And like she'll be singing. I hear her from she'll park the car. I'll hear her singing from the living room in the garage. I'm like, wow, that girl is getting it down there. But yeah.
I mean, personally, we just love good food. So it's always trying out different restaurants here in the city. Portland's like a foodie town. Um, and I think anything that, at least for me, anything that involves like music and stuff, like going to concerts or just any place that has music, I think that's a great date night. For me to give, I would say my love language is, I think I do words of affirmation a lot. And I almost want to say acts of service are like the two that I love to give. And then that I love to receive. I feel like I love to receive that as well.
I was going to say the same thing. Acts of service or um, like I definitely I feel like I try when it comes to words of affirmation. Like I try to boost her up as much as I can. Like I was saying something to her earlier about like I love when she wears like dark lipstick and things like that. But anyway, I would say for giving, I try with words of affirmation, but I think acts of service is kind of the go-to. I mean, the first thing I thought was like Martin and Gina.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because like that was kind of like my childhood was watching them on TV.
I would say Mr. Banks and Aunt Viv.
Mm. I mean, same era TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.